Kosi Thompson has been loaned to Lillestrom SK in the Norwegian top flight for the remainder of the 2023 season. Kosi Thompson, what a weird player in Toronto FC's history. I mean, not so much for anything that he's done, but more so just because of the way management has treated him. Last year, as a 19-year-old homegrown player, he was deemed to be so important he could not be removed to the lineup, to the point where Bob Bradley was regularly playing him out of position as a right back ahead of natural right backs that we had brought in, and ahead of even Jaquil Marshall-Rutty, who was supposed to be the prodigal child who they were trying to transition into the right back role at the time. All this despite being a natural midfielder, and while last season Thompson had some weaknesses at right back, he looked solid in the midfield. So my surprise was elevated this season when, at the start of the 2023 season, despite being one of the few midfielders that was consistently staying healthy, Kosi Thompson was not being played. And somehow, with no explanation, despite being older, more mature, and not having any significant drop-off on form, Kosi Thompson this season so far has played just a third of the minutes in Major League Soccer that he played last season. The guy could not get into the lineup under Bob Bradley, and at the start of the Terry Dunfield era, he got 2 starts before again being banished from the starting 11, and his minutes have completely tapered off yet again. All this while new 19-year-old signing Alonso Coelho is getting significant playtime despite, not really showcasing why he's any better than Kosi Thompson, at least in my opinion. What the heck happened with Kosi Thompson? I'm not sure, but now we're at the point where he's being loaned out to the Norwegian League. And Thompson just follows the trend of the play the kids era of kids that showed a bit of promise who were almost immediately shipped out or just forgotten about. Like Kosi Thompson last year was a decent player for Toronto FC, and then this year for some reason he doesn't get anywhere near the play time he did last season and now gets loaned out. Now, Lillestrom SK is a solid squad in the Norwegian league. They currently sit 6th place, which is upper mid-table in that league, and are still in the fight for a Europa Conference League position next season in that league. Now, of course, the Norwegian league follows the same structure as MLS in terms of like the calendar, so they are a summer play league. So that's decent. It means he gets to close out the season in Norway, and then for the 2024 season, if he comes back to Toronto FC, like he's coming back for the beginning of this season and not, being played through the winter, or if the buy clause of this deal is triggered, he gets to stay and start 2024 fresh in Norway. He, of course, follows Jadon Nelson to Norway, who's doing very well in that country and very well in that league. But Kosi Thompson it's an interesting move because I don't really get it. Like, Kosi Thompson is a guy who has some promise. He's only 20 years old. You're getting John Herdman coming in as the new manager who's like decent with younger Canadian players we've seen from the national team. So like, I don't understand why you're shipping Kosi Thompson out. Do you think that he's going to get more playtime in Norway for the end of the season? Like, I don't know if he's going to slot right into the lineup and get regular playtime in this team in the remainder of their season when they're pushing for a Conference League spot. But it's just a move that for Toronto FC, like again, it's another move that doesn't really make a bunch of sense. If you see Kosi Thompson as a valuable player going forward, why not just run him in MLS for the remainder of the season? And if you want to get rid of him, why are you getting rid of a 20-year-old who showed promise last season? And why are you giving him away with an option to buy? Like, I want to know what happened with Kosi Thompson. Like, I want to know what happened with this team that Kosi Thompson went from the prodigal son last season to just garbage pile this season. And under Bob Bradley through both of them. Like, it's not like there was a manager that came in who decided, oh, Kosi Thompson was the old manager's guy, I'm the new manager. This switch happened under Bob Bradley. The manager that loved him last season all of a sudden decided that he wasn't worth playing. And like, I'm not sure why, because like, I haven't seen the drop back in his game. It's not like the team's good otherwise. Like, the team sucks, and so Kosi Thompson hasn't stood out as bad in that scenario. So I don't understand what happened with Kosi Thompson, and it's something that I really want to know. But alas, it is something that we probably will not figure out. We end now with Kosi Thompson being loaned out to Lillestrom SK for the remainder of the 2023 season with an option to buy. So it is very possible that Kosi Thompson has played his last game for Toronto FC. I, for one, cannot wait to see a another young player that had some promise who Toronto FC deemed not good enough go elsewhere and have a very successful career. So that does it for this video. As always, if you'd like to hit like, if you want to see more of my stuff, hit subscribe, follow me on Twitter, link is down below in the description, and I will see you next time.